Really fast, there's another lawsuit because of a video game, Anthony.
Oh, great.
Lawsuit filed against, wait, where's the other copy of that? Yeah. Lawsuit filed against Sony, Walmart over game linked to shootings, Anthony. You want to guess what game is involved once again?
Pac-Man.
There's been a man running around yelling, waka, waka, waka.
Waka, waka.
Thanks for ruining the bit. That's where we're going to go with this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe if you were in the...
You didn't tell me, Opie. How am I supposed to know?
Maybe if you were in the pre-show meeting instead of showing up at 6 o'clock, you would have...
I get up very...
we had a whole thing where a gorilla was...
Oh, don't ruin all of the bits.
Oh, all right.
No one told me.
It's too late.
We're gonna like try to go with it anyway?
Let's ruin no, now put the whole thing down.
God damn it.
Thanks, Jimmy.
What did I do? I didn't...
This was going to be our benchmark bit today. This was the one that was going to go on for 20, 25 minutes. People are going to, email us and call going, I laughed so hard I almost drove off the road. But now it's just going to be a basic story, thanks to you.
Well, Opie, you gotta tell me these things.
You got your cute line out, one little Jimmy Norton line. That's fine, but it was going to be 20 minutes of Anthony just going off.
I would have left that waka waka thing on the table. I wouldn't have picked it up if you would
Why'd you put it on me?
Yeah.
Huh? What happened?
Wouldn't be 20 minutes on me going off.
I didn't get mad when he
Because
saw my
I
lawyer
said
impression.
the one thing.
Because I have so much confidence in what you do, Anthony. That's why.
Jimmy said the one line, and you pretty much ruined the other. So I'm sitting here with nothing.
No, we had that other line though, about how the kid, wants to, get across the street, and he got hit because he thought he could
Well, just tell that story. We'll see where it goes.
I almost referenced that in a way because I did a waka waka joke on Tough Crowd that Colin called me out for and destroyed me on.
Waka waka.
He silenced the audience and he goes, shh, just let him sit there. He said, did you really paint your face yellow and yell waka waka waka? And he sat down and looked at me. So it was a very uncomfortable moment.
Yeah, well,
I didn't know. All you had to do is tell me, look, we're doing this thing. Be quiet. And I would have shut my mouth.
No, it's not about being quiet.
No, but I wouldn't have stepped on it.
Lawsuit filed against
Nobody
Sony,
told me.
Walmart over game linked to shootings. No, it doesn't matter.
What happened? Was the guy rolling barrels and somebody was jumping over them and tripped him?
See? That was going to be my brilliant
other
line.
ones.
Oh, that was the other one.
How am I supposed to know? Nobody tells me.
You had Pac-Man Frogger. I had Donkey Kong.
I had the Frogger line.
Right.
The Frogger line was going to be mine.
Donkey Kong was mine.
Oh. Where the kid's parents wanted to sue somebody because his kid tried to cross the street, in the middle of traffic, and he would hop forward a couple times, hop back one, then hop forward, and then he got hit. And he figured out this is how to cross the street because of the game Frogger.
So they're suing him.
So they're suing the makers of Frogger.
And my guy has a lawsuit pending. He's an Italian guy, and he's got a lawsuit because some big ape was rolling barrels down.
That Donkey Kong or a Brooklyn reference?
Jesus.
Because our own Earl.
And the reason is because they're suing over an old video game.
They're suing over a video game that was out years ago.
And that's why the old video game references.
Yeah, it would have been a scream.
This would have been a best of bit, you ass.
See, the old video games should have come into play after we did the story.
Right.
You're bringing them up before you do the story. It's like, then we go back to it.
Right.
It's like, oh,
I understand some of the hostages overseas, their family are suing Pac-Man because they feel the insurgents are doing impressions of that as they hold up just the heads.
Oh, my God, dude. All right. That's not funny.
I thought just the head reference would be...
Knoxville, Tennessee, Anthony. Knoxville, Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
A $246 million lawsuit was filed against the designer, marketer, and retailer of the video game series Grand Theft Auto by the families of two people shot by teenagers apparently inspired by the game. Aaron, 45, a registered nurse, was killed, and Kimberly, 19, of Virginia, also was killed. She was seriously wounded when their cars were hit June 25th by 22 caliber bullets as they passed through the Great Smoky Mountains.
Oh, boy.
Stepbrothers William and Joshua, 16 and 14, of Newport, were sentenced in August to an indefinite term in state custody after pleading guilty in juvenile court to reckless homicide, endangerment, and assault.
They killed two?
Well, they killed one and seriously wounded the other.
Outstanding!
They were shooting at cars from their perch, Anthony.
They were Marines!
The boys told investigators they got the rifles from a locked room in their home and decided to randomly shoot at tractor-trailer rigs, just like in the video game Grand Theft Auto 3. Hence the old video game references that we will now not do.
Right, because it's been
Thanks,
years
Jimmy.
and couple of more Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah, we're up to
have come
Grand Theft
out
Auto 5, but they're suing over an older video
over
game.
an old game.
So now all the Frogger references.
I wonder
and the
what
Donkey
else
Kong
you
and the
could
Pac-Man.
sue over from years ago.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I heard that there's a family suing because someone was throwing big rocks at their spaceship.
Pew, pew.
Nobody called me.
Well,
you know.
See, right about now, we'd have been talking about rolling the barrels down on Italian people.
Yeah. We would enjoy an extra hour's sleep, too. But
another Italian guy injured his head jumping up and hitting a box so a coin would come out.
Right.
And he's suing the makers of Super Mario Brothers. But you brought up the Pac-Man thing a little early.
I'm sure we would have had a Pong reference too.
It happens.
We would have fit that in there somewhere.
I had a Glaxon joke would have knocked your socks off.
Right.
I can't think of any other video games with creatures in them. I'd love to contribute.
We were going to talk about Centipede as well.
Centipede.
Now it's lost.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah.
So it's an old. Thank God someone says this. There's no credible evidence that violent games lead to violent behavior.
No. They better just throw this out.
All right. And these kids simply decided to take the thrill of that game out to Interstate 40 and started pointing at cars.
See, that's where you draw the line. You don't sue the game. You lock up the lunatics that are doing it. Because I defy you to find one out of a couple of million people that play a game that decides they're going to go out there and shoot up cars. Just never thinking of the consequences. So much fun to do it in the game.
Well, there you go. We'll just cross that
off.
We'll cross that bit out.
Could you just make a little note? Bit ruined.
And we had it marked down for 20 minutes of fine airtime. Instead, it's 3 minutes of awfulness. But you got your great line out.
You have to tell me those things, because that's what I do. If someone says something, I'll just chime in with a little...
Hey, sue about that yellow guy. I'll waka.
Yeah, the little Asian head that bounces around.
All right, well...
No emotion, whether he's being chased or eating power pills.
He doesn't care if he's eating a piece of flute. Or just... bouncing around with those little...
Hey, they brought the Christmas tree to Rockefeller Center, everyone.
Oh, Jim?
Wish I knew where you were going with that, so I could squash it immediately.
It's a big deal every year. They find a stupid tree somewhere in upstate New York, and they bring it to New York City.
Is this filler? Because we didn't...
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
Hey, how about that tree?
Yeah. They had... This year, it was a little different, though. They had heavily armed guards.
That's the spirit of Christmas.
Gotta love that. All right, well, that didn't work.
Maybe we could do a Christmas carol with guns involved.
Sure. That's a big tree, huh, boys?
It's green.
Well, let's get old dirty in here.
Gun.
Over there.
I don't like standing there. I like standing here. I get weird when I'm over there.
You don't have to move over.
I did
Don't make
before.
Jimmy
I
move.
wish you would move out of the freaking studio personally, but
Well, I don't want to leave the studio. I like being
waka.
here.
Why don't you just waka?
yeah,
Maybe I could
walk out.
Maybe I could eat dots on
Out
my way
to
to my
57th Street, you ass.
gobble dots.
That was, we circled bits like this is going to be the one they're talking about all weekend. Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, well.
I just didn't know.
Now what are they going to be talking about today? Another Monster Rain song.
No one told me.